Alright, we are live. Welcome, everybody, here to the testing world. This is Joe Cool playing some Minecraft here. Yeah, we got it going. We are working on building this iron farm that is right behind me. Check that out. That gives you 3,000 iron per hour. Yeah, 3,000 iron. Crazy amount of iron, especially if you're like me and playing a solo world right now. Alright, we've got our husk going around here. All you need is a husk, zombie, or drown, something that is not going to throw any projectiles and kill your villagers. He goes around, he scares them, he gives you 2 iron golems per spawning area. Check that out. Again, boom, 2 right there. What is great is there is about a 35-second cooldown between when each village, essentially can create an iron golem. Guess how long it takes to get all the way around this track? If you guess 35 seconds, you'd be wrong. It's more like 38. But not a big deal, because that gives plenty of time, especially if it takes a little bit longer for one of these golems. Say they get a little held up here in the corner. It does happen on occasion. They don't spawn outside of this platform, but sometimes they'll spawn in and they'll get caught like right here, and for whatever reason they won't drop for a couple seconds. That's fine, that's alright, not a big deal. With all that being said, let's get to this tutorial. I've got a couple chests here with all the materials we need. We also have a few little breakdowns of the individual components. So in this chest we have 69, we should have about 69, 70, it should be 70 rails, I'm off by 1. 70 rails. We will need 118 regular rails, 5 detector rails. For some reason I'm off. We'll need a stack and a half of fence gates, your choice of color, about 5 levers, 9 comparators, 14 pieces of redstone dust, 4 redstone torches, 30 workstations. I suggest using the ones that are square. So you can use a composter, but they can get stuck in it and it causes some issues, so I'd avoid that. Besides, the recipe for a fletching table, pretty cheap. You'll also need 30 beds. I'm not putting 30 beds in here, but you need 30 beds. You'll also need 9 stacks of slabs because we need to make containment areas for the villagers. On top of that, we also need to put a little roof over the top of the track because, for whatever reason in my survival world, the zombie had his helmet despawn and then I lost him. I don't know why, I don't know how it happened, so I just gave up. It happened twice for some reason, and I am playing on Java. So for whatever reason that happened, so I just put a little roof over it. You'll also need about 4.5, I would say 5 to 6 stacks of blocks of your choice. I'm using iron blocks. Do not use iron blocks. I am so serious on this one. Do not use iron blocks. I'm using that because they have nice defined edges to make things real easy for counting. You're also going to need a buttload of signs. I'd say about 7 stacks, just to be safe. Any type of sign, they don't need to be oak, they could be birch, they could be spruce, they could be jungle wood, they could be acacia, whatever you choose. But you will need the signs to hold in the lava for your killing chambers. You will also want to get some packed ice, though this is not necessary in my survival world. I did not put the packed ice underneath the 30 stone pressure plates. However, I do recommend doing this. It did slow down the killing process, but overall, not a big deal. You'll need 2 buckets of water, a source of lava for your killing chamber. You'll also need 10 redstone torches and some villagers. As for the glass tubes, you will need, if you want to make them skipping every other level, this is how much you will need. That is 12 stacks. If not, you will need 20 stacks if you want to make them all solid. I chose cyan stained glass just because, well, I wanted it. It looks cool. That's probably one of my favorite colors in Minecraft. You'll also need to clear out an enormous area. This is about 80 blocks wide by 100 blocks long. You want to make sure that you're clearing out a nice big area. All right, step 1, get your giant cleared out area. What we're going to do is go up 20 blocks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. We are 20 blocks high. You can get rid of the rest of this. what you're going to want to do is come out 8 total blocks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then we're going to go up 1, out, down 1. What you're going to want to do here is place in a couple rails, a detector rail, and then a powered rail. Powered rail. Underneath, this is where life gets fun. We're going to have that there. We're going to create a little platform here, just like this, 2 by 3. We're going to put redstone dust here and here and here. We're going to take our comparator and go here and there. Nope. There. So what's going to happen is, I'll show down here. What's going to happen, your cart is going to come in, hit that detector rail, trigger this little clock. Your zombie is going to stop right here, right now. That is going to be very, very handy because this clock right here is about a 5-second cooldown. It pauses your husk. You can see right here. Boom. He's paused, turns off, and gone. Perfect. Easy. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. We could put regular rails here. Doesn't really matter just yet. Next, you're going to want to go 21 blocks. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. And we'll go up and repeat this pattern. Just like that. Blammo. We're going to go right there. We're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is the minimum amount of powered rails you need. So we will also go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Right there. So you've got 8 on this side, 6 leading up. That is essentially the minimum amount of powered rails you need to make sure that everything goes around at the right speed. Back here, we're also going to throw on our torch. Come down, make our little 2 by 3 platform. Grab our redstone dust. Do that, that, and that. Grab this guy. Grab this guy. And throw 1 block here. Make sure we've got that. Perfect. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. What you don't want to forget to do is throw down your lever right here. Turn that on, and now your rails have power. You only want to do it before the detector rail. What you don't want to do is put a lever here with this redstone torch. That will screw up everything. This will mess up your timings, your clock won't stop, your zombie won't stop here, and it won't spawn golems. Now that we've got this area done, we want to do 18 more blocks. We're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Next thing we're going to do is go 17 blocks. We're going to go in a diagonal though. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Now that we have our diagonal in place, we're going to go 7 blocks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then we're going to go up, down, out. Throw our redstone torch right here. There. So far, if you've noticed, I've been putting this towards the inside. That is what you want to do. All right, we built our little platform down here. Dust, dust, dust. Comparator, comparator. One thing of note, this is the inside of the track. You want to make sure that this little overhang goes to the inside. That will make a difference once we start making our spawning platforms. That will actually make a difference. Alrighty then. We will go 7 blocks out from here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 19 on the diagonal. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. What you then want to do is just line up everything here. So we're just going to take this all the way down. Make this one big loop. All right, once you've completed both sides, you're going to want to come across, make sure everything is lined up. You'll go back to the other side and make another platform just like that. Detector rail. Make sure we come down here. This is the difficult part in survival, is making this little platform. Though you can just pillar up and do it, it's not that big of a deal. Make sure you have your dust, your comparators, and you're all squared away there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. So down here on this block, we want to do that, and grab this guy right here, throw that over the top, put our redstone torch here, make this little area right here. Dust, 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 comparator, and look at that, we are just about done. There we go, we get launched along. Check this out, right there, beautiful, perfect, just like we wanted. Should be able to make it all the way around. I like doing this at this point just to make sure that everything is working the way it should, making sure that we don't have any hiccups in the line, anything that would cause issues for later on that would be super easy to fix right now. What we're going to do on this side is come out 5 blocks, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What you're going to want to do, you come out from that pillar right there, and you're going to go 1, 2, 3 tables right there. Now, when the zombie stops, he will be right smack dab in the middle of this table right here. What you're going to do is want to place your beds down, making sure that the head of the bed is facing towards your crafting table. So just like that, and then you want to make sure you get rid of these blocks. Otherwise the villagers can pop out and then it's a huge pain trying to get them back into their little spawning area. We want to make them a nice cozy little place right here. Make a nice little home for them. Go to your home. Are you too good for your home? Right there. Over just like that. Give them a little roof over their head. Just perfect. I did notice that you do want to go up from here. This is something I learned the hard way in survival. You're going to want to go up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 blocks. Up here, you're going to take this bottom spot with the slab and come out so you're even right here with the back of the bed. This will help prevent things from spawning or getting struck by lightning. More importantly, I lost a pod of villagers to lightning. They all became witches. We all know what happens to witches. They get stitches. You want to make sure that this is wide enough so that the lightning strikes here doesn't affect these guys. You also want to make sure that this is a bottom slab so nothing spawns on them. I'm only going to do it for this one just as a demonstration, but don't forget to put your roof 5 spots up on the bottom half of that 5th spot. On this side, because we do have to worry about this, we have to come out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 spots. We have to come out 6. So 1, 2, 3, and we're just going to duplicate exactly what we just did there. One important note is they will not spawn any golems until they have both slept and worked during the day. So again, let's come over here. We're going to go out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 spots. Get your fletching tables out, just like this. Make sure you're all lined up. Come around to this side, get your beds placed. Drop down, get rid of those. Come out, make their nice little handy pad. And we'll come out to this side. Remember, this side is different. We're coming out 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Boom. Table, table, table. Again, remember, the head of the bed has to be right by the fletching table. If it's not right by the fletching table, things will get screwed up big time, and you'll have escaping villagers and have fun wrangling them. I may or may not have done that once myself. So, learn from my lessons. Now, I am going to do this for the next 3. I will catch you back in a few seconds. One thing you should remember is going up 5 blocks from this roof to make another roof up here just to make sure lightning does not turn all of your villagers into witches. So that is something I'm not doing for all of these. but make sure you do not forget this step. This will increase the amount of slabs you need. You'd also need to go about 3 blocks up from this rail right here to put a cover over the entire ring around here. Make sure you don't forget that, because your zombie could burn to death in the sunlight. At this point, I'm not too worried about it because I'm in the desert, so there is no rain, there's no nothing I have to worry about. So I'm going to be putting a husk in here so I don't have to worry about him burning alive. You will also need a name tag. I did forget to mention to bring a name tag to name your zombie so it doesn't disappear. Next thing you're going to want to do is come down from under, even with the bed here. Yep. 1, 2, 3, 4 blocks down. Get rid of these right here. We've got this. We're going to need our spawning platform. What we're going to do is take it in this direction. So we're even with this one. We're going to go 9 blocks. So we're going to go 3 out this way, the 3 under the villagers, and then 3 more. By 4 blocks, this is where your iron golems will spawn. Thanks to Gnembon out there, he did the math, he did the research, he did everything he needed to do to find out that if you put the spawning platform here and it is this size relative to these villagers, you will have a 99% chance of spawning an iron golem. So, thank you. I'll put a link to his video in the description, and you guys can check it out. What you're going to want to do is make a 2-high wall all the way around, just so your iron golems don't spawn outside of this. I did toy around with the use of glass panes, but I found out that the villagers can get stuck and don't exactly fall off, causing other issues, and you just don't want to worry about that. So you're going to take this wall 2 high all the way across on both sides. Come out so you're even with the bed. Go. You're going to make sure you're putting the slabs on the upper half, otherwise nothing will spawn here, and that defeats the purpose of having your spawning pad here. So again, we're going to go 9 by 4. Then right off the edge here, you're going to take your fence gates, put them all the way around, be able to place them like this. Make sure you are just crouch placing, going like that, and then open them all up. If they're not open, the golems will get stuck, and it won't be fun at all. You're actually going to not get anything to spawn after 1 round. And at this time, you can also go ahead and place your water. Now, I have infinite water in this bucket, but if you place a water source here and a water source here, this middle one becomes an infinite water source, so you could take it, skip a block, go, skip a block, so on, so forth, all the way across. Makes life easier so you don't have to worry too much, but I have infinite water, so not really a big deal. One other thing of note, you do not want to place the water on a slab. You want to place it on the glass. If you place it on the slab, it'll get waterlogged and the water will flow all the way down, causing a huge mess for you later. So that is something to be aware of. Make sure you're placing it on the glass and not on the slab. And you can go ahead and place your water. Again, see, right there. I placed it on that. Boom, it's right there. That's not fun. So now I have to take care of that problem. Put a solid block there. Get rid of that. Put our slabs here. Make sure you place it on the glass. On the glass, right there. This will push all of your golems all the way across. I did experiment a little bit with making this platform out of packed ice. It did increase the rate at which the golems slid off the edge, but it really did not make an appreciable difference, to be completely honest. When I ran the numbers, it really didn't make a big difference, so packed ice is expensive, it's difficult to get, especially early-ish in the game, unless you're starting in an ice spikes biome. It's kind of a huge waste. It's a waste of time and effort. You don't have silk touch right away. It's not, it really doesn't add anything to it. Alright, I've got 2 areas done. I'm going to go ahead and finish up the other 3, and I will be back as soon as I'm done with this. Well, now that we have all 5 of our spawning platforms made, we're going to work on creating our killing chambers, our containment tubes. are death sticks, if you are a Star Wars fan. What you're going to want is to take your stained glass and come right underneath right here. Take this all the way across like that. Bring that down. We're going to bring it all the way around too high, just like this. So we get back over to here. Bring this all the way across. And same thing. Boom, just like that. What you're going to want to do then is go with one more row, just right here, just so the golems don't accidentally get stuck, get any issues there. Now that we are completing this, you have a couple options here. Let's take a look at the other farm. So what you do notice here is that we have solid tubes. This is going to take a lot more glass, but if you have the glass and you want to make it a solid tube, go for it. The other option is to come here just like this. We have, again, two options. You can go with a 1 wide space or a 2 wide space. Up to you, depends on how it looks. If you do end up with a 3 wide space, you could end up screwing up everything with your farm because the golems will get stuck and then stop spawning and you'll just be mad and frustrated. So I like doing, to save glass, I like doing the 2 wide gap. This is what I did in my survival world. This saves you a ton of glass. You don't need to put in these corners like this. You can just have floating rings, but I like the way it looks, just like this. So this is what you're going to do. You're going to copy this for all 5 tubes, and we'll be right back after I finish this. One thing to note, once you get to this part, you do want to build up this wall because this is where the lava is going. This is where all the killing is going to happen. You don't want things getting in that you don't need in here. You also want to make sure that the lava doesn't get out, because if the lava gets out, well, that would not be good. What I'm going to do for this one is put it so that the items will flow out in this direction. So what you're going to want to do is crouch place, put your signs, just keep crouch placing all the way across like that. That one is 1 off the ground, and then you want to go up here just like this. Just like that. Make sure that you place all of these signs just like that. This will hold in your lava. So let's go ahead and get our lava bucket right here. What you'll do is put in 1 scoop of lava there, 1 scoop of lava there, and call it a day. Then what you're going to want to do is take your stone pressure plates. I'm not putting the packed ice underneath it. You can get away without it. What you'll do is put it 1 space away here. Get our water bucket. You'll go ahead and just put all the water straight across just like that. Here, a little different, you're going to funnel your items and golems to these 2 central spots right here. What you can do from there, open this up. And let me get out of here. Yeah. From here, you can incorporate this. What I have done in the past is just kind of done this. Trying to funnel it down into 1 small-ish area here. You have a 2 wide area. Items will flow down. You can put a collection system on each one, or like I did over here, you can individualize this or group it and just make it into 1 single collection area. Just like that. That is not what this tutorial is about. So you guys can go ahead, create your own thing. In my survival world, I actually have them all coming out this direction and have individual collection systems on each one. So this is what 1 completed area looks like. If you want, you could punch this out. It won't make a difference on this side. Give you a little extra glass to look through. You can even punch it out here. Check that out. Now the signs won't burn. You don't have to worry about that. And there. You can still see in, and it looks pretty cool. Once you're done with this part, we'll go ahead and get started on the next one. I'll come back as soon as I finish the other 4 spawning areas. Alright, we have all of our killing chambers complete. I did, on this back one, change things up just a little bit. This is how I have every single one of them set up in my survival world. I have the lava coming across like this and like this. This 1 wide gap is not a big deal at all. If you want, you can fill it in. It's unnecessary because the iron golems are too wide and they will, no matter what, get pushed in and start burning and dying. Not a big deal. Again, you will want to have some sort of collection system out here. You could easily just punch this out. So there you go. You have a little bit of a collection system here. I like this. Makes life a lot easier here. Not really a big deal. So we have everything done here. All we have to do now is capture our zombie and make sure that we get him going in the right direction. Now, I'm going to cheat a little bit. I'm going to go ahead, put this minecart right here. I'm going to go ahead, spawn my husk right there. He should start to want to pathfind there. He's in his minecart. Goes up and over. Probably. There we go. Then he zips right along. Alright, as you can see, we have our iron golem spawning. We have our husk zooming around our track right here, stopping off at each of the spawning platforms. We have our collection system down there. We do have some items flowing out. You want to connect that to whatever kind of item sorting, item storage system you have. I recommend sorting out the poppies because unless you're using all the red dye, they're kind of useless. Thanks for watching this tutorial. We have all of our golems spawning in, having a grand old time, giving us plenty of iron here. This will give you 3,000 iron every time, every hour. Hope you enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching. If you really liked it, go ahead and give me a big old thumbs up. If you really like this and don't want to miss any content coming out in the future, then go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Don't forget to ring the bell for notifications. This is Joe Cool heading out right now, and I can't wait to see you all in our next video. Thanks for watching. Have a good day.